post after. All right, so tonight I'm gonna go over the power of your post. And basically what this means in a nutshell is what you post, your social media is now open for your business. Your business is gonna mostly go through social media unless you are a very forward person and talk person to person, but I know that I've grown mine off of social media, so that's how I can teach you how to do it. So I'm going to unmute one person at a time, and if you don't want to talk, you can just say I don't want to talk. But I just want to hear each person's story as to how they got connected with their coach. So how did you start any type of connection with your coach? Did you see them in a group page? Did they randomly add you like I did for a lot of people? And then you just saw their posts throughout and you said, oh, that she looks like she's having fun. Or did you see something that piqued your interest, maybe the 21-day fix? Did you message them before they started a conversation with you? I'm curious as to, no, mouse is, to see where everyone came from. So I'm going to go one by one. We'll start with Mandy and go up the list. So Mandy, your turn.
Through Facebook, I guess I was like 8 months pregnant, and I kept seeing Allison's posts of her workouts, and I was a gym rat before, but then I knew after I was going to have my second kid, I was like, okay, there's no way I'm going to be able to get to the gym. So she was posting about a T25 challenge pack. So I was like, you know what? I don't know. You reached out to me, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Because you liked the post.
Right. We started. Yeah, that's what it was. She wrote back, oh, thanks for liking my post, whatever. And I was like, well, I've already been looking at it anyway because it's 25 minutes and I have a newborn, or will have a newborn. So I signed up as a customer. And then she tried getting me to sign up as a coach. I'm like, okay, coach, I'm pregnant. Like, how's that going to work? So it wasn't until later that I switched over. But yeah, definitely through social media, because every day I would see her posting her workout. So that's kind of how that happened.
All right, Kate, you are next. You are unmuted, Ms. Walk Around.
Sorry. I was closing my door. I guess I originally started with a different coach, and it was somebody that I personally met in college. I can't remember what program she was doing, but I had seen that she lost like quite a bit of weight, and that was something that I was struggling with. And then I eventually, signed up. I was really, really hesitant at first, and I remember dodging her a few times. But eventually, I got really excited about P90X3 and started watching, as many videos as I possibly could on YouTube about it. So then I took the plunge and bought it. And we did that for about a year. And then I can't remember. I think I saw Allison posting a lot on P90X for women. And that's how I got in contact with her. I was doing that program at the same time. And I was seeing her post all the time in the group. So then I don't remember if I added you or you added me.
Probably.
And I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I accepted her friend request, and she started talking to me, and I realized my coach wasn't really going anywhere, and obviously Allison is going places, so I transferred coaches, and ever since then I haven't regretted it.
All right, Lindsay, you next, ma'am.
I just got on. I missed the beginning.
Okay. Well, basically what we're doing is going through everybody and saying, how did you get associated with your coach? Did you see them through social media? Did you know them personally? Just seeing the power of the post if you met them through social media. So to basically show that what you're doing is worth it.
Okay. I met you through the P90X Facebook group. And I was talking to 3 different coaches, and I kind of knew that I wanted to sign up, and I bugged the crap out of you for a while, and then took the jump.
Yes, 70 million questions win. Lindsay wins. All right, Miss Jennifer, you are next. You're unmuted.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi. So the one thing that attracted me to you was I always saw you. Oh my goodness, my hair's all messed up in this. I always saw you working out with your dogs, and it reminded me of having to bounce around with my kids. Because there have been so many times that I've had a kid underneath me trying to do a push-up or on my as I'm trying to work out. I mean, I've done several Beachbody workouts, all Shanti, which I think that's something that you and I have in common.
Yes.
But the coaching thing was a big step for me, and I'm still very uncomfortable with approaching people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel if I can ever get over that hump to like branching out and I feel horrible saying, hey, you want to come and buy something that costs this much money?
Yeah.
I feel if I can ever get past that point, I'll actually be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I listened to a call this week. I was the same way. I was very hesitant about sharing what I had, but this coach just put it in the waters for me. So basically, and they feel your hesitation. So when you approach somebody and say that you want to help them, like if you're essentially you want them to join you and join what you're doing, but you approach them as helping them and moving forward with their journey instead of improving yours, it comes off a lot less icky on your part, and they feel it. If you're hesitant, they're going to feel it, and they're going to be like, she's not sure about herself, so maybe I'll wait till she is. So I understand what you're saying about that hump. I had that problem too for about probably 3 or 4 months, but my coach didn't work with me at all. I was by myself. So it took me a little bit longer than some other people, and some people it takes longer, but it's going to be on your own terms. But when you flip that switch in your head to say, okay, I'm going to help somebody, I'm going to offer this opportunity because it's an amazing opportunity. I'm not going to hold it back. I'm going to give the chance. It's just a message. It's not going to come off as, or unless you specifically word it as, hey, I want you to be on my team, kind of like that. But until you can feel comfortable with it, it's going to be icky. So getting over that hump, you can do it. I promise.
Hope so.
All right, Miss Devin. Ooh, hold on. I just chatted. Jennifer, how do I get out of this? All right, your turn.
So I was already a customer of my mom. She had done it. She's done results. She did 21 Day Fix. And I had seen your page on Facebook, just like everybody else's pages you see on Facebook. And I liked it, and you constantly were posting stuff. I always like stuff, so it's constantly going through my news feed. And then you had posted the group about hammer and chisel, and I was already planning on doing that, but I didn't really have a group to join except the one that Autumn is doing. So that's why I wanted to join yours. That way I have a little more motivation and more support. And then, we just started talking and about coaching, and I really haven't gotten too far yet.
We're just in week 1. It's okay.
But that was basically it. I've done 21 Day Fix. I had gotten results from that, and then I kind of bounced back and trying to get more into it now again.
Yes, we're going to get you there. We're going to get those results out, and we're going to get people to join you. All right, Courtney, dearie.
Well, obviously, I met you through Facebook where you stalked me on Instagram and Facebook. So anyways, but yeah, you started posting, and I just had a baby, had a 3-month-old. I was still eating like I was pregnant. So just looking at your post for about 2 months, because I think we've been friends more than since I started. So for about 2 months, I was looking at your post. You were doing Insanity Max 30. I was like, there was no way in hell I could do that. But you know what? I'm going to try. And I like the post about being a Beachbody coach, because I was looking for something on the side at the meantime, because selling makeup wasn't my thing. So, you reached out to me. That's how we got started. And, I think I've improved, because I've been being a Beachbody coach for about a year now. I'm just made my 1 year mark as being a Beachbody coach. Not really high in ranks. I'm still an Emerald, but I'm working there. So,
one day at a time.
Yes, but your posts are really, really important. A lot more people have to be in tune and, I've gotten a lot of compliments that I'm an inspiration to other people, which it's a really good feeling. Once you start putting yourself out there and you start sharing your progress and sharing your stories, you're really going to shine, and people will really look forward to that. Just saying.
You wanna do the call too? I mean,
No, I mean, I've gotten really, well, you all know I've gotten really good results from doing the programs and everything, but, you know, I just want to let the new coaches know, you know, don't give up. Please don't give up.
all right, we're not gonna have time. We're gonna get cut off if I do the other one. So Sierra, Brittany, Lori, and Mom, Kirsten, y'all can do the chat if we have time after, I'll come back to y'all, but I want to make sure we get through these slides. And I know y'all aren't sad that y'all don't have to talk, I promise. Oh, crap. All right, so if you heard everyone, what we were doing is kind of going forward in how you met your coach. How did this conversation, this interaction take place? And 90% of this was social media, and it was just they saw a post that inspired them. That one post that one day it clicked. So that is the power of the post. Your social media is a window into the life of you. So if you take your social media and it's not to say bombard it with Beachbody. It's not to say posting all the stock photos that Beachbody gives you. It's not to say, look at me work out, I have great biceps. It's just, you have to love what you do and you show it through your posts, whether it's a recipe, whether it is your workout, that you're proud that you clean pressed 100 pounds or you curled 75 pounds. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it is you and it is true to you and your story, people will follow you. If you want to help people, you have to be willing to share what you're doing through the good, the bad, and the ugly. You can't leave the ugly out. You cannot be perfect because people don't associate and relate with perfect people. All right, so next few slides, I have some samples of my posts that have done well, just some ways that I post. So the one on the left is the caption, when your face looks like you're about to poop out a baby, but your arms look decent, you keep that picture. So it's an okay picture, but my arm looks nice, but my face looks like shit, but I'm proud of my arms. So I posted that. And I find that a lot of my posts that have some kind of sarcasm do well. Now that's just my personality, so it may not work for you, but you can try it. You just have to find what is true to you. The other one would be, truth be told, I told myself I couldn't push this weight, and then I did it again and again. And I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's not a big story, sappy story saying, join me in my hammer and chisel group. But if someone is looking at that post and they're like, oh, well, she's doing really well. She's doing more than she was before. She's lifting weights. I like to lift weights. Maybe I should ask her. So, I mean, it's not inviting every day. It's just making sure that you're consistent with what you're true to. And I call these morning wins because I've come up with these on the fly. Like, I wake up and I don't have anything planned out. I have nothing in my brain, but I see something cool. Apparently, a lot of people like my Shakeology bar, and it's actually grown since. So my best corner of the house, Shakeology Shako bar. I mean, it's not, some of the posts people think too hard, and they post the same thing. Like, they'll post their workout every single day. People may get tired of that. So the variation of what you're going to post and the message that you're going to send does help. And then this was a non-scale victory, just saying the scale goes up, the pants get looser. Seriously, it's not, I mean, 170 likes, that's a lot. I don't usually get that. I'm usually in the 20s and 30s. But it was a good time, it was a good day, and a lot of people liked it. So, I mean, you don't have to have this big, long, sappy post, I guess is what I'm getting at. It doesn't have to be all thought out. This is legit a morning win. Something good came out of a nothing. So this is probably going to be my hardest part because this is the vulnerability. That you have to be vulnerable, and you can't hide the bad. And most of you know I got laid off, and that was in the middle. And that was probably the hardest thing I've ever heard because I try so hard to be good at what I'm doing. And they say it wasn't because I did anything. The oil field is down. So we have a lot of jobs that are going down that aren't even oil field related. But just because something bad happens doesn't mean that you can't share it. every time that you have something bad or negative, or it doesn't even have to be awful, just something that makes you kind of upset. If you can find a way to take that emotion and turn it around and put it into a smile or a fake smile. Seriously, fake it till you make it. That's what this one on the left was. I got nothing accomplished today. I didn't drink my Shakeology, didn't eat supper, but I'm going to have a Bloody Mary for supper. Cheers. Like, you don't have to say what happened. You don't have to go into great detail. You can't tell that I was crying before this picture, but you know what? I got something positive out of it. I'm going to have a positive attitude about it. So other people are going to feel that, and they're going to be drawn to you because you're not a robot. You are real. And the same thing with our anniversary gift. I was so mad at Christopher before this, and he ordered this, and I was over the moon. But we got in a fight because I didn't have a gift. You know, like, it's so stupid, but it happens. And that's what I like to post about real life. I don't want to be a robot. I don't want people to think that I have this perfect little life, because no one has a perfect life. Some interactive posts. I've seen a lot of coaches do that, so I am starting to do it, where you ask for advice. So this one on the left was on my like page, which I'm trying so hard to build, but it's hard. So I asked, which bathing suit? And I've done it on my personal page, and I've gotten over 100-something comments. So people want to help you. They want to help you pick what recipe you want, what shirt you're going to wear, what dress you have. They want to help you. So if you find something that you're contemplating, why not ask? It doesn't hurt. And if no one comments, delete it. You can, that's the beauty of Facebook. You can delete it and no one's going to remember seeing it if it flops. So I've done that a lot. I've posted some pictures and they don't do well right away. So I'll delete it and try again. And then they do outstanding at a different time. So that's the thing about Facebook. Also, you're going to have to learn, quote unquote, your times of posting. It's going to take a lot of trial and error, but I find mostly for me, 8:30ish on my personal page does the best. If I'm going to post a hook, I'm going to post something that I want people to see, I'm going to post around 8:30 because people are getting into bed, people are settling down, so they're taking time to scroll through their Facebook feed. And the one on the right was for our challenge group winner, and 104 comments, and all we said was, we need your help us pick a winner. So people want to give their input, so that's a good way to bring up new people that you may not have talked to, and you can actually go through all of those people that commented and send them a personal message just saying thank you. Thank you for your help, and that opens the door for a whole new conversation. So this is embarrassing. Don't be icky. This was Time Hop has a great way of reminding me how crappy of a coach I was when I started, because like I said, I had no leader. My coach signed me and didn't do the business. He became inactive as I ranked up. So I had no one to guide me, but I did post this. So I'm not telling you what to post with no proof that I sucked too, okay? So on the left, if you can see, I screenshot a video of some incomes that this guy was talking about and said, I would love to make $11,000 extra. Who wouldn't? Don't be that person. I'm trying to tell you this out of the bottom of my heart. Mandy, I see you laughing. Stop. I'm trying to tell you from the bottom of my heart, there are better ways to go about this, and I found out the hard way. I don't want you to go through the hard way. I don't want you to have to go through this pressure of being icky. All right, and the one on the right I actually sent Mandy because I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, anybody want a free shaker cup or bag? I'm giving them away. If I had to put me in the picture with the bag, it'd have been a lot cuter. And if I had to put a little text, there's things that you could do a lot differently with these, but I was brand new and I had no guidance. So I am here for you. If you ever need to send me a post, send it. I will help you with it. Don't be icky. All right. So I know hooking is, if you don't know what hooking means, that's a post that's inviting somebody to join you. So it can be coaching, it can be a challenge group, it can be coaching or challenge group basically. It can be a fitness-based challenge group, or it can be just a regular challenge group. So let me go left to right. Left was a 21-day fix. It wasn't for a challenge group, it was just because it was on super sale. And basically I made this post probably 4 or 5 months before I even posted it. So if I have a thought in my head, I'll go make the picture and then use it later. So you don't have to, do everything spur of the moment. So can you give us 21 days to change your life? and I had a big quote. I mean, not big quote, a big caption for it. The middle one was PIO. PIO was on sale that month, but we did a general base challenge group. This picture got a lot of likes and comments on it, and I got a lot of interaction out of it, and it's just me. So you don't have to try to find something fancy, but the thing I do recommend is don't use the stock photos. Use you. People want to see you. They don't want to buy Beachbody. They want to buy you and your help and your coaching experience. They want the program, but they need guidance from you. That's the whole thing about coaching, is you being there for them. It's not, they could go to beachbody.com and buy the program by themselves, but they'll get assigned a coach that may never contact them, and they may not ever have that support that you can give them. So by not using the stock photos, you're showing that you're doing the program, you are doing it with them. They're not going to be alone. The one on the right at the bottom, Skinny Jean Challenge, and the top one is PIO. Progress pictures do a lot. So if you have progress pictures and that program is on sale this month, that is a good time to do a hook with it, because you may not be doing it right now, but you can talk about your experience. You've been through the program. You know how to help people best. So someone that's going through it right now may still come to you and say, look, I know you did it. Can you help me? And don't turn them away. But you're not always looking for this instant sale. You're looking for the relationship and the buildup that you can get from it. And this is 2 coaching hooks that I love her hooks. She has very good pictures and images, so I always screenshot them and make them my own, which is a very key tip that I take to you coaches trying to build your business. Follow some of the top coaches, and if you need some, message me and I'll give you some names. But you can always take what they have and make it your own. I take what Mandy has and make it my own. You don't have to be doing something new and creative every time. You just have to put your spin on it. So she has What is Beachbody Coaching? Could it be right for you? And a sneak peek into coaching. I mean, it's basically the same post, but different words and different pictures and almost the same layout. So that is that. And if you run your social media like a 24/7 sneak peek, your Beachbody business will change. So I heard this yesterday and it was like, boom goes the dynamite. So like I was saying, if you give subliminal messages once a day, thank you Beachbody for paying for my gas. Before I started working out, I felt so crappy by the end of the day, but now I have so much energy. Basically, subliminal messages about how this opportunity has changed your life. They're going to be looking at your social media like a sneak peek. Basically, you're getting paid to be fit, you're working out, and you're helping other people, and you're in a team, a community, a support system that you didn't have before. So take those small snippets and work that into your post, and people will see it and they will be intrigued. So that is all that I have, and we still have time. So I'm going to go to Mom. You, Kirsten, your turn. How did you meet me?
I think that was Instagram, wasn't it?
Yep.
I forgot what I was, you commented on it.
Asylum.
Yeah.
All right.
Commented on something, and I actually already had a Beachbody coach.
Yeah,
But,
you were a customer, huh?
yeah, he was trying really hard to get me to coach, almost in, like, not a creepy way, but, like, just really, really pushy about it. Like, he, every time I was doing something in the groups or posting in the challenge groups, he'd be like, okay, well, you're going to be a good coach, so do you want to sign up as a coach? No, I don't. Oh, being, like, that's all he ever, it stopped being, like, at first he cared and he was nice and whatever, but then it started being, like, he didn't care about being a good coach anymore. He just really cared about having someone else underneath him. And the team that I was on with them wasn't anything like this team. So as we worry about the whole business and everything like that, you actually had to explain almost everything to me, because he didn't explain any of that. Well, he was telling me about the coaching stuff. I just assumed that I would have to, sell things and do challenge groups. And I didn't know that I would be getting anything out of it. I just was like, what's in it for me? He just kind of made it seem like, well, you can get this and you can win prizes, but he didn't explain to me like the tier system or anything like that. And so it was kind of nice to be able to come into something that not only are we worried about helping other people physically, but financially, to be able to do everything and have it all explained right away instead of just like,
Look it up for yourself.
exactly.
All right, Lori, I'm going to unmute you. How did you meet your coach?
Well, Mandy's my coach, and her and I went to high school together, actually. So we've been friends on social media, I don't know, since forever, since social media started, probably. And then I started seeing her journey and her progress. And I bought my first Beachbody program last November, which was PIO, from another coach. Also, she was, a person I've been knowing for a long time. She really pushed me to become a coach. I'd be perfect for it, but I just wasn't feeling it. I couldn't do the commitment. I just couldn't. I didn't even complete but 4 days of PIO. Tried again whenever 21 Day Fix came out in February. Saw, I was in my coach's group, which had no interaction ever going on except her posting. And then I said, well, hey, Mandy, can I be in your group too? And that's, then I made the switch later and started coaching in July. So that's my story.
Perfect. I'm going to go to Sierra got off, so I don't have no one else to pick on. All right, I'm going to unmute everybody, so I hope no one is screaming. If y'all have any questions, y'all can ask them, and we'll all chit-chat. We have 7 minutes left, so we're kicked off.
I've got Mickey on again. Sorry.